Good morning, welcome to day 7 on the Sanabres. Yes, as you can see, it's very early. We have a very long day today. We have 31-ish kilometres to Lubian, and we are going across the mountains. So we have a lot of elevation to gain today, so we thought we'd get up really early and kick off, and not our normal morning routine, as you well know, but sometimes you've just got to get up and get going. It's about 8 degrees, very pleasant at the moment. It's going to be 24 today. Kind of hope it's a bit coolish, a bit cooler as we gain a bit of elevation into the mountains. We've got a little town coming up at the 12.5 kilometre mark, but it's a Monday, so not sure what services are going to be open. We had a really good night. We had a quiet night actually. We just, we had our lunch yesterday, which was fantastic up on that sort of balcony that was overlooking the mountains and the river, and it was really lovely. And then we just had a quiet afternoon, and we went down and found a really nice little cafe and had supper. We just had a cold drink, and we had a coffee. Yeah, we did have a coffee, and we also had some of the treats that were on offer there. We brought some with us today because I think we're going to need it for energy. So yeah, that's today. 31 today. I think we're at 25 tomorrow, and then another 29 on Wednesday. So we had a tough few days. I think what made it worse was yesterday I got a message from Mike, the Canadian guy that we met early on, and he said, if you're doing this stage, best to break it up, like stay at about the halfway mark. Too late. We'd already booked our accommodation at Lubian. We're just going to gut it out. We're just going to do it. So I'll turn the camera around so you can see the morning. Hopefully you can make that out. As you can see, the sun is up. We can get just up to 8 o'clock. I didn't mention this morning, we left at, I think it was just after 7 when we left this morning, so I've been going for an hour. It's really nice alongside the river, but it's not nice with the river rock path. It's really tough on your feet. It'd be easy to roll your ankle down there, and that's when your Camino would come to an end. So be careful. There is an option to keep going along the road, particularly when it's been raining. It was a bit muddy there in parts. We had a couple of little tiny stream crossings, which you could tell would get flooded pretty quickly if it rained, but we are still heading towards the mountains. There they are, calling our names, beckoning to us. Not really, but we know they're coming up, and we know this is a huge day. So, I don't know, what do you do when you're faced with a huge day? You obviously leave early, like we did, and I think you steel yourself for it. I think you really sort of get a bit of fire in your belly to do it, to achieve it. So you just do it, you just get one foot in front of the other and you do it. And that's what we're doing. So Lubian's the destination. I'm just looking at that stork up there who's looking down at us. So Lubian's the destination. There are services there, but it's a Monday, so can never be sure what's going to be open on a Monday. We'll see when we get there. Here we are coming into the town of Requio. So what we decided to do was we walked, there was other pilgrims walking straight up the road, and we sort of had a look in the maps, and the trails weave way out and come in and weave out, come in, weave out. And we worked out if we walked straight up the road, we'd save ourselves probably about 1.5 kilometres. And I think we have, because we're just coming up to the, oh sorry, we've just gone past the 10-kilometre mark. And I think it'll probably be closer to 11 when we get into the heart of town. But this was at the 12-kilometre mark, 12.5 kilometre mark. So, you know, suit yourself. We figured we'd save a bit of time because we know it's ahead of us and the mountains are just there, and I think it's going to get a whole lot tougher and a whole lot steeper. So we're happy to do that, and it seems like lots of other pilgrims were very happy to do that this morning as well. It's not a very busy road, so that's all good. You know, as good as it can be walking on a road, of course. So yeah, here we go. Requio. The bar. Yeah, the bar is open. We have been so lucky on this walk, really. How good is that? Okay, coffee time. That was very unexpected. The bar open on a Monday morning at this early. Very appreciative of it. The coffee was pretty good. That'll keep us going for a while. And we've got 17.9 kilometres to go, but it's going to get tough now, so we're going to hit the hills. Yay! And I'll turn around. This is a really picturesque little village. Yeah, it's really lovely. And I'm hoping I say the same thing about the tracks up ahead. Oh, it's steep, but really lovely. I'm showing you how beautiful the village is. Spanish mountain village. So there's two ways we can go here. We can go up that way and hook around, and that more or less sticks to the road, or we can go this way, which is I think a more picturesque path, but I have a feeling this might be steeper, but I'm not entirely sure, so I think we'll just go this way. I can see all the other boot marks on the ground, so it looks like most people have opted to come this way. So just for a minute there, I tapped. If you watch my videos, you've probably seen that. Keep my wireless microphone there, and I went like that, wasn't there, and it was like, oh my god, I've dropped it somewhere. It's for the first time in 760 odd kilometres. It's fallen off. So I said to Narada, look, you keep going, I'm going to take my pack off and go back and get it. And as I was taking everything off, it had fallen down and landed on top of my bum bag. So anyway, relieved that it's there. I mean, they're not cheap things, the wireless mic. They're not excessively expensive, but they're not cheap. And, you know, once you have it, you want to keep it, of course. So yeah, thank God for that. Anyway, this is an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous walk. Really, really picturesque. We haven't had too many hills. We've had a few wet patches that we've had to pick through, but not too many hills.
Which is the best way?
So that's good. That's good. Okay, I'm going to turn off now because otherwise I'll land in the water. It's still a really beautiful walk through here, but we've just come across this part of the track, which is a flowing stream. I'm not sure how far it goes for, but we've got to somehow pick our way up through there. Hopefully it ends just up there where it gets a bit higher. Oh well, we'll see. Looks like, thankfully, this is coming to an end and we're heading up another path, not continuing to follow the creek bed. A bit treacherous, but not too bad, to be honest, as long as you sort of take your time and pick your way through, like now, and not trip over things. Yeah, but if it had been raining heavily, you're probably better off where we're at that junction and we went left. You're probably better off going right and going up onto the road. Well, not probably, I'd say absolutely 100% you are better off. Okay, so we're out of that and up the hill we go. I think we have hit the hill, so come off the track and we're onto some sort of access road, but it's really steep and it's gone on for quite a while. And it's hot. It's getting really hot. Me no complain, me no complain.
How those Europeans with no hats do it.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh, well, you wouldn't have a head left if you did that in Australia. It would burn off the top of your neck. Anyway. We're coming up to the 18-kilometre mark. Still going uphill, but it's only a very gentle incline now. It was fairly steep. Probably, I don't know, 1.5 kilometres, maybe a little bit more of just steep uphill. So it was good to get to the top and we had a drink. But I forgot to mention, this is the last day in Castilla y León. So when we get to Lubian, which is considered I think the border town to Galicia. So yeah, so tomorrow we'll pass into Galicia. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it is. This is the intersection that used to be because I don't think it's anymore the track, but it's changed since rails come through, so that's where we've come from and that's where the old track would have come out, just for information. And here's a Cruz de Peregrino. Not sure of the history of it, but looks pretty awesome, all hand carved by the look of it. Oh, that looks like a great idea to have a rest. Let's do that. Yeah. Even though it's kind of like a truck stop there, it's really nice. Like the restaurant was It was awesome. The food was good, the bocadillo, the coffee, agua con gas. So yeah, that was good. We had about 45 minutes there. So yeah, we got to push on because you sit too long, you start to seize up. Well, you get stiff anyway. So yeah, I think we've got maybe 7.5 kilometres to go. And it's cooled off a bit, so it's not as hot as what it was before. That's kind of nice. Mind you, if this breeze stops, it'll be hot. Yeah, we saw some of the other pilgrims. There's not many around. There's a couple from Denmark. They're staying in the same place as us tonight. There's a Finnish lady. She's inside having a coffee. She's staying here. And there's a young couple from, I think they might be from Netherlands. I'm not sure. I haven't asked them yet. And there's the South African lady who we just passed sitting on some steps up there, and she's her name's Violetta, and she's hurt her knee, so there's an ambulance coming to get her. So yeah, you just really one day away or one step away from something like that happening. It's like, well, she's never had a knee problem. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, we'll have to concentrate here because it looks like we have got a little bit more down the road. So I'll check my map and push on and hopefully get this road bit done pretty quickly. Okay, we are finally getting off that very busy road, and hopefully onto a much quieter road. Yep, I rode this way. So yeah, it was a crazy road, but if you walk on the right side, hardly any cars going that way. Just all the cars and trucks seem to be going the opposite direction. But you know, always good to get off a really busy road like that. Yeah, so we're still on the road. I'll turn the camera back around. I have my fingers crossed that that's the last of the roads for the day, or last of the road walking for the day. I'm not so sure, but I hope, because I'd much rather walk down a beautiful path like this, surrounded by this woodland with the birds singing. It's just so pleasant. Okay, I think we've got 3.5 kilometres to go, and the 30-ish kilometre day is done. I think we're going to come in at under 30 k's because we walked up the road to start with, and I think we shaved 1.5 kilometres off the total, so we might actually come in under 30 k's today, which would be nice because we've got another 25.5 k day tomorrow, and then a nearly 30 k day on Wednesday. 29 k's, but it'll probably be 30. So yeah, it'd be nice just to come in at under 30 today, keep the legs a little bit fresh. We'll see how we go.
Through the looking glass, I see the future slipping from my grasp. How long can this last?
Oh, okay. Well, that was slow going, having to pick our way through that water, but it was only for about 100 metres, maybe 150 metres. So we're coming out of it now, which is good. Whew. Yeah, maybe they've, we've had virtually no rain on the whole walk, so maybe they've had more rain in this part of Spain, I don't know. Because they seem to be pretty wet today. Lots of flowing water, lots of tiptoeing across stones. There was the arrow, this is the way. Okay. Good stuff. Oh, we've just come up to just gone past the 29k mark. And here we are, Lubian. Oh, glad to be here. Yeah, just need to look at the map and find our way though. It's going to be that way, or is it going to be that way? I'll just have a look at the map. And this is La Casa de, well, as we say in Australia, La Casa de Irene. So that's us. Just Moreruela. Hello. That's Mariana. Okay, this is us. There is the super Dutch woman who's now Portuguese. She gets on the path and just goes and goes.
Yeah, well,
hello.
It is because I am used to this kind of path.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Okay.
Yeah,
and every Saturday
okay.
is what, 20 to 25.
Yeah, I'm used to this kind of nature.
I gotta get a beer. So this is our room at Casa Rural Irene.
What?
Irene, as we say in Australia. We much prefer the European way of saying it, but anyway, look, nice and clean and neat and really well presented. Have a little balcony, so I'll be able to set the clothesline up and do some washing, which is always very important at the end of a 29.2 kilometre day. Beautiful views of the mountains. Have our own private bathroom. Also very clean. Do we have high hopes for the shower?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see. The shower head will fly off there. The shower curtain will not do its job, and the floor will be flooded. That's what usually happens. Yeah, we're going to have a shower and do our washing, and then I'll show you around the place a bit more. Ooh, a couple of little lollies. That will be awesome after that 29.2 kilometre day. Let's have a look through the rest of the place. We'll be upstairs, because our room is upstairs. Just out here is an outdoor sitting area. This is the entrance to the place, and in here we have the living area. So a bar with no wine or beer. Very comfortable, very homely living space. This is the other bar, which I don't think's got any wine or beer. No. It's got a really good coffee machine though, but I'm not sure whether you can make anything with it. I can't see any coffee, no milk in the fridge. Anyway, there is a microwave, and oh yeah, that's just a wine fridge. So it's very comfortable, and there's an outdoor sitting area as well, which I'll show you in a minute. So this is the outdoor area. Oh, hello. Nice sitting area, and that's where we came up from today, which was the track that went around the albergue, which is just behind this derelict building, and up to Casa Irene. So yeah, pretty cool place.